Welcome to SAT TV News. I am Shanna Esprit, your presenter for today. In our top stories, juvenile charged with murder, troubled Caribbean resort firm applies for administration, Enrico Letta set to become Italy's new prime minister, and in sports, Chris Gayle breaks IPL records. Details of these will follow.
No child from 2012 onwards should be born with HIV. Even if you infected with HIV, you're still a human being. They're still living, they're still breathing, so we gotta love and respect them. Darren Sammy here endorsing the Live Up campaign. 2012, from now on, no Caribbean child born with HIV. We're moving forward, we're educating our people, and it's all about love, protect, respect.
Live up, shout, live up, live up.
Welcome back. Young girls are being advised to continue pursuing careers in the field of information technology so they can be more technologically advanced in today's modern society. This message came from Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Information, Telecommunications and Constituency Empowerment, Mr. Davis Letta, as Dominica will celebrate Girls in ICT Day on Thursday, April 25, 2013. Mr. Letta stated Girls in ICT Day is an activity of International Telecommunications Union, where since 2010 they have been observing the last Thursday of April as Girls in ICT Day.
The purpose of this event is to encourage girls and women to get involved in career opportunities, embrace career opportunities in the field of information, communication technology. If we look around, we see our young women, our girls excelling in many areas in education. Usually when we hear of the CXC results and good performance from the school system, most of them you hear are women. Of course, we have a number of young men are doing equally good, but a large percentage of our women, of our young girls, do very well at school.
He said although women have been dominating in careers such as doctors, lawyers, and nurses, when it relates to the areas of technology, there is room for improvement where participation of women is of concern. Mr. Letta noted Girls in ICT Day will also be used as an avenue to highlight the achievements of girls and women in the field of information technology, as well as encouraging girls and women to get involved in ICT.
We've invited the media houses to try to have programs on that day that will feature the work of women, girls in that field, in ICT. So I'm hoping that the media houses will be able to do some of that, to do programs with young women in Dominica who have excelled in that particular area and who are doing well. Although I said that while it still appears to be a male-dominated area, but you still have some outstanding women in that field. In the government system, for example, the person who heads our ICT unit is a young woman, Ms. Germaine Jean-Pierre, who has excelled in that area, and we have young women in Dominica in similar positions. So we expect the media to highlight some of those women, young girls.
The schools have also been invited to participate in the observation of Girls in ICT Day, as IT is critical to their curriculum. Mr. Letta noted during the observation of this day in 2012, many schools staged displays of the achievements of the students in ICT and expects a repeat of such this year. Business places should also join in the activities by opening their doors to girls so they can interact with the IT personnel of the organization to gain a better understanding of their careers.
I must say that ICT is becoming a part of our way of life, of our way of living, and therefore in almost every sphere you can find it in areas of entertainment, in music, etc., in agriculture, in medicine, just name it, and you will find that ICT has a role to play in there. So I'm sure that there is a lot that our young people, more particularly our young girls, can benefit from on that day.
Doctor later added, following the observation of this special day, he hopes that the young girls will be motivated to think about considering careers in ICT, as it is a sector which offers a number of rewarding opportunities. He said ICT also affords individuals with an avenue of being creative and innovative. This year's theme is Girls to Invent to the Future. In more news, in observance of World Health Day celebrated on the 28th of April, the University of the West Indies on Wednesday, April 24th, hosted a seminar on the topic Occupational Health and Safety at the UWI Open Campus. The lecture was held under the theme, Clean, Safe Business is Good Business. Owner of McLaurin's Consultant Services and one of the lecturers, Ms. Jana McLaurin, said the chief objective of the seminar is to persuade the public to understand the significance of health and safety at their workplaces.
We have invited people from the construction industry, the oil and gas, utilities, quarries and mining, all those who are basically high-risk companies. But it was also open to the general public who have an interest in occupational health and safety. We want to show everybody or make everybody aware that health and safety is not something that the government is responsible for, or your supervisor or your manager.
Ms. McLaurin added occupational safety and healthcare can be important for more legal and financial reasons. All organizations have a duty of care to ensure that employees and any other persons who may be affected by the company's undertaking remain safe at all times. However, she noted that everyone is responsible for their own health and safety and should not rely on the government.
We need to practice or develop a good safety culture within our companies or even as individuals. So we're trying to make everybody get involved in health and safety at work. We're also doing it in celebration of World Health and Safety Day, celebrated by the ILO, which is April 28th each year. But it's a Sunday, so we're having it today to accommodate everyone. We don't want to take Sunday off.
According to Ms. McLaurin, occupational health should aim at the promotion and maintenance of the highest degree of physical, mental, and social well-being of workers in all occupations. Ms. McLaurin said although this is her first time hosting such an event, the company is still in its growing phase and they saw it fit to introduce this particular topic to the public.
So this is the first seminar, a half-day seminar, but we have some more in planning.
And your facilitator is who?
I'm the main facilitator, but we have our guest facilitator, our guest presenter, Ms. Sophia Lowe, who is the Health, Safety and Environment Manager at Carib Cement Company in Jamaica. And we have other presenters like Joseph Isaac of Hill, and we have Labor Division and Environmental Health Unit.
Okay, what is your biggest expectation? What do you expect?
From this seminar, I hope that everyone can leave knowing more about health and safety at work, knowing their roles, what part they can play. People can get involved in accidents, inspections and so on. Maybe not at the top level, but at least have an awareness of it. And also get it going, get the talk going in Dominica.
She is advising business places to practice health and safety if the need arises where lawsuits may be involved. In other news, it was a long, difficult journey, but it was worth it as I achieved my goal. These were the words of Dr. Mervyn St. Louis of Pebush, who received a PhD in soil science from world-renowned McGill University in Canada in April 2013. Dr. St. Louis is the son of Nathalie Farrell, principal of the Savant Pie Primary School, and Mervyn Leonard St. Louis, who resides in Guadeloupe. Dr. St. Louis attended the Pebush Primary School, Portsmouth Secondary School, and the Dominica State College, formerly known as the Clifton Jupini Community College, and also the University of the West Indies. While attending the Dominica State College, he developed a keen interest in soil science and therefore decided to work towards that goal.
Then I went back to UWI in 2004 to do a master's in soil science. That took a while. I spent 2 years doing research in Trinidad, and I came back to Dominica working at CADI and also writing my thesis at the same time. So in 2009, I decided to go further and to do a PhD. And the way this occurred, I classify it as a miracle from God. I just sent an email to some professors in Canada, in England, and I received a response. And within 6 months, I was enrolled at McGill from a scholarship.
He was tasked with a research project on nitrogen in soils, which was funded by the Sustainable Agricultural Environment Systems of AAFC. During that time, Dr. St. Louis collaborated with many researchers across Canada, notably Dr. Bernie Zebath, Dr. Cynthia Grant, Dr. Edward Gregorich, and Dr. Martin Chantilly of AAFC. His PhD research improved the understanding of how easily mineralized soil organic nitrogen fractions are formed and mineralized by soil microorganisms, and the extent to which these fractions contribute to nitrogen availability. His findings will aid in improving nitrogen fertilizer management in agricultural soils.
Agriculture basically is a science. Plants need nutrients, and that entails a lot of processes that occur in the soil. So if we look at fertilizer recommendations, these should be made based on the soil, based on the crop that is grown, based on climate, and all these other factors. So for me, having that knowledge and that experience, I can help in terms of giving advice. Unfortunately, in Dominica, we are not a research-intensive country. So our facilities, we do not have soil testing labs, we do not have analytical laboratories in Dominica.
He said, though this is a disadvantage to the country, as in many developed countries, agriculture is based on science, which includes research and development. He noted what is used in Dominica is a system of adopting research that was carried out in other countries which have temperate environments. When we have a tropical environment as such, their techniques may not be suitable for us.
So if in Dominica we had this, especially in the wider Caribbean region, we had more research-intensive agriculture base, that would be beneficial to increase productivity, because the prices of commodities like fertilizer, they're increasing. And also we have to be protective of our environment. And agriculture is a major polluter in terms of nutrient losses that can affect our environment. So having that knowledge as to, and some experience as to the procedures, the right techniques, the right methods to use to increase productivity, but at the same time minimizing adverse effects can help our long-term sustainability in Dominica.
This is very important, he said, as we promote Dominica as the nature island of the Caribbean. Dr. St. Louis is looking forward to utilizing his knowledge and experience to make a significant contribution to the development of the agricultural sector in Dominica. In other stories, the police are carrying out investigations into the circumstances surrounding the death of 82-year-old Flora Pascal of Marigot. Miss Pascal was discovered at her house by her son, bleeding from wounds sustained to her head at her house on April 7, 2013, about 2 p.m. She was taken to the Marigot Hospital, where she was treated and then transferred to the Princess Margaret Hospital, where she was admitted to the intensive care unit. Her 17-year-old grandson was arrested and charged with grievous bodily harm. In a recent turn of events on April 22nd, Miss Pascal succumbed to her injuries at the ICU. The 17-year-old grandson is now charged with the murder of Miss Flora Pascal and was expected to appear before a Roseau magistrate today, April 24, 2013. A coroner's inquest will be convened and a post-mortem will follow. Investigations are continuing. In other stories, with the significant turnaround in the coconut markets and a growing demand for coconut oil, also known as virgin oil, CARIFORUM has embarked on a regional project in collaboration with the European Union and the agricultural sector in Dominica in an effort to revive the coconut industry. Dr. Ranjit H. Singh, team leader and agricultural economist, is here on a project to identify the needs for developing the coconut industry within the region. Dr. Singh identified ways in which coconut is beneficial, not just economically, but nutritional benefits as well.
Well, firstly, coconut market has changed significantly. We now understand that coconut oil, particularly virgin oil, is in fact the best oil in terms of nutrition, dietetics. Coconut water is an excellent health drink, better than Gatorade. The market is wide open. Virgin coconut oil sells for a price that is several times the regular oil. So the point then is that the market is tremendous. The challenge is to get back people interested in coconut.
The agricultural economist stated that one of the biggest challenges that he has noticed is to get people encouraged and develop an interest in coconuts as it was in the past. He said there are a lot of coconuts throughout the region, but due to the ages of the trees, they are difficult to climb and harvest. His advice was to exploit the market through rehabilitation and replanting of coconuts.
We start with the policy. So our meeting yesterday was with the technical people. I met with a couple of ministers, the Minister of Agriculture and Trade. And the basis for that is really, do we want a coconut industry? Everybody wants it. So if we want a coconut industry, what are the challenges now? So we had all the technical people and some of the private people involved, and we identify the challenges. And then they identify what are the opportunities. The opportunities are not only oil, but the entire set of products along the value chain. And this is very interesting because at one time, our industries in the region focused on oil. But now, the other value-added products could contribute a lot more than just that oil.
An important objective was identified with this project, and that is to alleviate rural poverty. Therefore, the entire sector, along with Dr. Singh, is looking at ways the project can contribute to rural development.
In that regard, we are not only looking at large-scale processing, but how to help small-scale processing. Because throughout this region, we have processors who traditionally have been producing oil and soap and range of products. What we need to do is to assist them so they could produce products that are safer, that could meet more of the global standards that we expect from food products. So poverty alleviation is very important, and to the extent that you help people, then you help the country. So we are hopeful for that.
Many interventions, such as helping to train individuals, giving them access to resources and equipment, and helping them to reinvest, are on the agenda.
We need to send a clear signal to investors, whether they are currently in coconut or not, where we want to take the industry. Because you are asking them now to look at something that they haven't looked at. So investment promotion is very important, and one way in we could promote investment is to develop a very clear industry business plan that identifies exactly what you're going to do and how you'll do it. So people could build confidence in the fact that, okay, yes, we're not doing something by VAPs or ad hoc. We have a plan that is well laid out. It's a participatory plan developed with participation from stakeholders, and we're all on the same boat.
Dr. Singh stated that support will be provided to small-scale businesses already in the coconut industry so that they can become competitive entrepreneurs. In other news, the Roseau Public Library has come a long way since it opened its doors to the public in May 1906. A list of activities has been planned to celebrate Library Week from May 13th to May 17th. Mrs. Sylvia Toussaint, acting librarian 2, said this year's theme is Communities Connect at the Library. She said this theme was fitting because the library has developed tremendously over the years.
The library is no longer a place where you just come to change your book and you go. It's a place where people from all walks of life meet, so they connect. We have a very large clientele. We have the primary and secondary school students who come in. We have college students, we have adults, we have children, we have business people who come in, we have nurses. So all these people come into the library. We even have after-school service at the library, where we allow the teachers to use our facilities to have the after-school program.
The library will commemorate its activities on the 13th of May with an opening ceremony in Grand Bay where government officials are expected to attend. Another very important project will be undertaken by the public library in the month of May.
The month of May is declared Amnesty Month. Amnesty means we are people who have overdue books, and we have that problem. Overdue books, a lot of books overdue. So this is an opportunity for those who have their books overdue to bring it in, and we won't charge them. We'll forgive them of their fines. But also we are going to have a box out there, our donation box. So all those who don't have the money to pay for the overdue fines can put in something in that box, and this donation will go to the Home for the Homeless.
On Tuesday, May 14th, secondary school students will be invited to a consultation on their respective career paths and the different options of universities available for further studies. Mrs. Tuse said they are also looking forward to Write a Story Day, which will be held on Thursday, May 16th, where librarians will place one sentence on a paper, place one on each desk, and allow the students to complete it. The finished project will be edited and later published.
We're having a photography contest, okay? Where people from the community, the clients coming in, can take a photograph of their community. Anything, any part of their community. And we are going to display it during Library Week. Now we are going to have judges to look at the photographs. We're asking the public also to give their input as to which one they think is the best. But we are going to ask a professional to do the final judging for us. And we have the first, second, and third prize winners.
Mrs. Tuse spoke on the improvement of the Roseau Public Library over the years.
Would you say that the library has improved since its inception?
Yes, we have improved a lot. Because we are now automating. Okay, you can now access your books online. Okay, which was not possible years ago. So you go online and you access your books.
Mrs. Tuse encouraged students to read and advised the parents to visit the library with their children. In entertainment, organizers of Mayfest 2013 have announced their plans and activities for the 7th annual event in the village of Marigot. Mr. Alvin Alexander, the media coordinator of Mayfest 2013, said the aim of this year's Mayfest is to create a community sustainable event. The festivities will commence on May 3rd and run until May 6th. It boasts of 100% local entertainment of all genres. Mr. Alexander noted that the first 3 days will be held at the Marigot Fisheries Complex and the following days will be held in the Melville Hall area.
Promoting community tourism, family relations, and of course economic development in the area. It has been living up to its expectations over the years, and of course this event is one beyond entertainment, as most people will see it. It integrates every single aspect of human development in our community, where thrift is concerned, where community togetherness is concerned. And
not only will there be musical entertainment at the festival, other events such as Mayfest, Miss North, East Queen Show will take place during the weekend of activities. Mr. Alexander says this annual event is also an opportunity for individuals to spend the entire weekend in Marigot, a place he believes that does not receive enough recognition.
When we come towards the aspect of celebrating Mayfest, it's always about towards Marigot's renewal, and so we are inviting the entire nation to come go home to Marigot for the weekend of May 3rd to May 6th, as we seek to get everyone that can possibly make it into the village to really, enjoy what our families have to offer, what our community has to offer, what our young people, our youth, our entertainment personalities and artists, and of course persons of different walks of life would have to offer.
The 2000 Mayfest is held in tribute of community hero Alwyn Bullet Robin, Mr. Alexander added. He said Mr. Robin revolutionized the entertainment genre in Dominica through top DVD songs. The festival will feature an oldie goldie dance as well as a fish night.
Really essentially bringing everybody of all age groups together on that one night. So the events of Mirror Entertainment, which will feature Dr. Miguel Labadie, Prince Wadix, Mr. Mix, DJ Mixer, and of course, other young DJ talents in respect to oldies. On the Saturday evening of the May Festival, we will host we will host for another year the Mayfest Queen pageant, and this time it's been done at district level, where we have girls from 6 communities and the northeastern district of Dominica.
All is advised to attend the weekend of festivities. Mr. Alexander believes it will be a weekend to remember. This has been the local segment of the news. Coming up next, regional highlights.
Yo, gang to the Zilla, you're watching Star Telecom, people them choice, hear that, Rasta.
You are watching Sat Telecom, the people's choice, you heard?